Fears what else is happening. President Trump expected to hold a press conference this evening at 6:30 to address growing concerns over the coronavirus.
And it comes as he faces criticism for downplaying the potential outbreak of the virus. Here's Amani Abraham.
Overnight in Nebraska, a coronavirus patient led into quarantine by biosuited medical personnel. It's a sobering image that comes as federal health officials warn Americans to prepare for the possibility of a pandemic, while at the same time, President Trump blaming the media for, quote, panicking markets. Stocks showing signs of rebounding today after dropping sharply over fears the virus spreading across Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. 80,000 cases reported worldwide. It's led to concerns over travel. The Centers for Disease Control issuing travel alerts advising people to avoid non-essential travel to China and South Korea. A level 2 alert placed on Italy, Iran, and Japan, where older adults and those with chronic medical conditions should consider postponing their trip.
In the Royal Green Travel Center at University Hospital, we're not recommending people don't travel, but we're recommending people get the latest information on the risk in specific countries and then act accordingly.
The National Institutes of Health says it will be a year to 18 months before a vaccine is ready. For now, health experts say the risk in the U.S. is low, with fewer than 60 known cases.
Even though it's well contained now, what's going on in the rest of the world is making it look more and more like we will have something that either is or approaches a pandemic.
An American service member has now tested positive for the virus in South Korea, and U.S. officials are looking to that country as a model for how it will be handled here. Sarah?
It certainly seems to be ramping up, Amani. It can make us all a bit nervous. How are health officials suggesting that we prepare here?
Well, the CDC is advising employers and schools to think about planning for widespread disruptions, like limiting travel and large meetings, allowing people to work from home, and closing schools or allowing students to just do their work online.
Something to consider for the future, but we aren't there yet. All right. Thanks, Amani.